Welcome back to Hollywood, everybody. We are back on Hollywood Animal, the stuff that dreams are made of. We are in October 1944. We've got some big movies about to be released. And speaking of big movies, Casablanca has set our new studio record for profit, raking in over $21 million in profit. This cast, led by Ernest Lang, Peter Harris, Catherine Atkins, Jesse Leonard, Marvin Conti. Larson was behind the script. Joe Pinkin was producing it. Calvin Stevenson directing. What a stellar film. We're going to put that one up for sure to get up there. Now, we are also waiting on, I believe it is Glitter in the Eyes. Is that the one that has our man Joe Klein? Yeah, so we're interested to see, will that one actually meet our criteria here? We've got some scripts in the works. Things are going well. And with that being said, let's jump right in and see how this thing takes us. Oh, sorry about that. So Lusitania is doing well. We've got the human comedy about to come out for release. At the Speed of Light is doing really well. We're going to continue this distribution deal. Bringing it down a little bit, because we need to make room for others that might be going, and I don't know that it's going to need more than that 10,000 anyways. We do save a lot of money with that advertising boost, don't we? Wow, it is still doing tremendously well. It's got to run out at some point, right? Well, I mean, it will. This will be it, but we're going to give it 10,000 theaters still. Just this has to be it. But it's gone 12 weeks. No more ads. Let's see what it can do. That's fantastic. And Lusitania is already up to 14 million. This is our second highest profitable film. So, we've eaten into it too much though. That's all right. Let's give it 35,000 on its next go. And let's just put it all in there. Dunwich Horror is about to come out on Thanksgiving, and we've got the human comedy about to come out for this Halloween. All right, Kevin Ball, this will be the last contract we need to sign with him, and it is a hefty one. That doesn't even do anything. Those really don't bring those big actors and prices down very much. Curse of the Cat People, not shabby. I want that one to be a hit. I really do want this thing to turn out to be amazing. How fun would it be to have the Curse of the Cat People be a massive success for us? All right, the human comedy with Marlene Quinn is ready for release. Once we get this thing going, we'll start filming and start pre-production on a couple films to go. Roy Cox likes it with 4 stars. Schroeder only 2. Foley only 2. The critics aren't big fans of it. Interesting. Wow. I'm surprised that the critics didn't like that a little bit more than they did. Yeah, we know. Oh, we got a new setting. The Great War. Where was this when we did Sergeant York? We could do and All Quiet on the Western Front and such. That's Felix. You showed up too late for us on that one. But let's get Felix to work on another script. And the script that we're going to get him to work on is, well, in the theme, since he just discovered the Great War, even though it's not in the Great War, we're going to do 30 Seconds Over Tokyo. And this one was directed by Mervyn Leroy. It starred Spencer Tracy, Van Johnson, Robert Walker. This is about Doolittle's raid over Tokyo. And it's going to be action, drama. There's a little bit of romance in it. There, we're going to go this route. World War II Pacific. Now, at the end of it, like one of the soldiers who was wounded, he's missing his leg, and he gets up from the hospital bed, and he falls, but he's caught by his love in a hospital. That's like at the end of it. It's Brothers in Arms. We're going to have 4 in this plane. It's kind of like a Memphis Belle type thing as well. There is no criminal there, but we will have Actually, maybe we put a war criminal in there. We'll say that they already know and they're aware of what the evil they're facing is. So ace combat. We'll make it a battle scene, even though it really wasn't. It was just a bombing. And it could be a long journey. January 1945. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. With protagonist passing the torch. That would be a fun one to do with something. If you have any ideas for this one, protagonist passing the torch, let me know. Send those in the comments. I think that's good. And for the finale, it is protagonist achieves their objective. Can we do that? Not redemption. There's not a hostage. We'll just say the antagonist gets killed. They hit their marks. Not a long script. It's not going to be a masterpiece, but it's going to be a solid movie to support the war effort. Star Surf is ready to move on into post. 9 and 8-9. We want to send our best at this one. We owe it to Harlan. Let's get this into post. And we do have Eugene and Leon waiting for it to make it into something spectacular in honor of our man Harlan for his sacrifice in World War II. And we're close to glitter in the eyes. We still have plenty of time left for that thing. But we got to get something else started here. Let's go with there's so many that are rotten and all that. So we'll just hold off on some of these. Treasure of Sierra Madre. I know that was a one that was requested, but we're going to wait a little bit to get that going. And we'll just go with some of these lesser ones. The Road to the Horizon. Let's try this. This will be one of those B movies that we get to use to get our people upgraded, get them better off. But we've got enough to make it into a profitable film, so I'm not too worried about it. Our talent is there. Everybody is going to put their best into this. But it's good for Vincent Rooks, who has 3 Pollux Awards. He's no slouch. We could let Stephen Fleming do this just to start to get his mood up a little bit, but I think it's better for Coleman Cohen. Our working man. Let's go down. Well, let's see. Let's let Glenn Parker get this one. The Tyrant is going to be... Let's let Rita Gill get this. She's almost up to 5 stars, too. That's exciting. All right, Operetta. Let's get this thing scheduled. 7s. That is a solid film for us. Not bad at all. All right, where do we want this one to fall? This will be our Valentine's opener. It is a romance, just in time. We're going to put 40,000 out there on the first one. See if this massive push can work. Nothing else is going to be going along with it, except for maybe Bull Nostrils. Could be in its 2nd week of its new distribution, so it doesn't even need a ton of play. It's not going to be for women, apparently. Interesting. Let's try it anyways. Let's get some tricks. We've got 40,000 people. Jane will go with it. Can we get another one? Edwin will too, because he's young and he's inexperienced, so he knows he needs to go along with whatever the studio asks him to do there. Okay, we have a lot of scripts in here that we can turn into something good. The Lost Twin. Let's get that thing going. It's got fresh elements as well. And this one will be Thomas Morrison. Anything that we can't get 4 stars on, nope. So we'll do all on location. Free up that soundstage because we're about to get that level 4 soundstage. So we might want to start thinking about everything being done anyways. Okay, we'll let Alfred do that one then. And Fred Johnson gets this one. Our lovable rogue. Do we have anybody who's good at... Oh, here we go. Ernest Lane. Do we give him this subpar film? I don't think we do. I think this is more of a Douglas Weaver. With the bandit, I was thinking Elbert for this one. Elbert Duncan. There we go. All right, the straw golem is ready to go. Let's get this thing going. 5-1 and 3-9. It got better. It's not good, but it got better. This is going to be a film. Let's put that in March. How many can we do? I think just 25,000 should be good. That's plenty of films for operetta to continue if it's doing really well. We're not going to waste our time on tricks on this one. We just want it to make its money back. And we will be happy. If we can turn a profit with that one, we know we're good. We got it in enough theaters, we should be able to. All right, Dunwich Horror is getting ready for its Thanksgiving debut. The tricks have worked. Christopher Hill continues to disappoint on trying to find us new elements. Let's write a new script with him instead about a historical space outcast. What in the world? A detective in the Wild West with a soldier. Ugh. Well, let's go with this doozy. This historical space opera. Good luck, Christopher. I do not envy thee on making that one. All right, Glitter in the Eyes. It's getting closer to being released to see if we have what we need to pursue the factory. But I did note, I thank you for the comment about how it is best once you hire and find the person for factory, just go ahead and make a new script for it and everything. If this doesn't work out, we will do that and no matter what on the next one we do, we will go ahead and do that because that is a smart move to guarantee that we're going to get what we need. Yeah, we'll let Cornelius just continue with this one. Should be ready to go in plenty of time. It has 44 days. That gives us another 90 or so. Okay, Wendy Carpenter leading the way with Dunwich Horror. And At the Speed of Light, I think it's pretty much done. We're going to go ahead and end its distribution. It made over $6 million in profit at the box office. And Casablanca is still going. 600,000 on its last one. Let's just... One special theater this time at Thanksgiving gets it. But then it's back into 10,000. So it gets it where people will want to go back and see it when they hear that those 100 people saw it. They're going to want to go back and see it and live it again for the holiday season. The Bone Grinder loved the Dunwich Horror. We got 4 stars from several of them as well. 1 star from Sword of Christ. No surprise there. And that is massive. Wendy, will you turn this into a blockbuster juggernaut is the question. Lusitania, speaking of which, is a blockbuster juggernaut, and it's running into the same issues that we're getting with A Town with No Name. Oh, actually, we just ended up using too many. A Vengeful Spirit. A disgruntled otherworldly entity, often with unfinished business and tragic backstory. Could make for some good things, but we don't need antagonists. We need supporting characters. For Whom the Bell Tolls, the Hemingway novel looks fantastic. We don't have our best available on this, though. Catherine can do it. Her and Bobby, no problem. We have the amazing Panorama Records. That's going to help make it and sustain it as well. All right. What will the Dunwich Horror be on its first one? The human comedy. It's made $8 million on its first 4 weeks, but I think we just used up everything. All right. Well, it's going to have one theater each and then 18,000. We're going to see if demand goes up. Let's keep that advertising campaign going. Not the soundest business expense, but when you got all this money to play with, you might as well. Let's give some more to charity, shall we? We are a studio doing good. Dunwich Horror. 73% attendance and 39,000 screens. Wendy Carpenter can open a film. But I got to give credit to our scriptwriter out there. Thank you for putting that amazing script together. All right. Glitter in the Eyes is close. We got to make sure it gets out there within 100 days. Sahara's ready. 2 solid 9s again. Oliver's going to see a drop on that one. Jay could do it. We're going to hold off on Sahara. Star Surf's almost done anyways. We have others that will be needed here in just a moment. It's going to be nice not having to sign these contracts anymore after another year or so. We are closing in on the end of the year, by the way. We got 2 solid 8s. I still have 2 more movies from 1944 we're going to try to get in. But I don't have many from 1945. So if you know any big 1945 movies, by all means, leave them in the comments. Leave that suggestion. Because it was not a huge year for movies. I only have about 3 or 4 that right now that I'm wanting to do. Let's put on this one, Johnny Welch. Actually, Henry Burgess. Get him up to that 10 stars. We will just shoot everything on location. It may take a little bit more time. That's okay. We're not hurting for films at the moment. Oh, actually, Alfred Jensen. Directed by, so this is romance, drama, and thriller. I mean, this Leon Reese is our guy. Our charismatic criminal. I'm leaning towards Mr. Let's go with Cornelius Porter. The sidekick for him will be Julia Holt. We haven't been using her a while. While the square enforcer, Jed Graves. Because look at that. He's also unbiased. So I think he fits because people will believe it. It's easier to sell something when you got a little bit more of it in you already truthfully. All right, A Town with No Name. Dunwich Horror has made $9 million in profit. I don't know if it's going to have the legs to keep going like Casablanca, but it's already done well. It doesn't have the star power with Wendy in charge of it. But we will give it its advertising. Casablanca's about to run out again, and it has done 0. Nobody came the last 2 weeks. Okay, well, who cares? $26 million in profit. That's amazing. New record by far, and we're going to hope it sweeps the awards this next year as well. All right, the Bone Grinder gives us 4 stars. Wilson gives us 2 for Down with No Name, and Roy Cox 3. So not sweeping people off their feet, but it is going to bring us in some money. Lusitania is up to $20 million and looks like it wants to go another 4 weeks. So it's got its 1 theater there. This will be its last run, most likely. We'll just let it be with that. See how that does. This was the end of the Casablanca one, but it's up there with it. Another $20 million one. 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, 6 stars each. Everything's fresh. We're going to go ahead and start this one. We could turn this into something good, too. Burt Evans Again, we don't need it on it. Well, yeah, nothing can. We don't have the sound stages necessary or required. Getting that level 4 soundstage takes forever as well. We're still waiting on that thing. We've been researching it for a while. We put a lot into it, and it still takes forever. Okay, Brian Barrett for producer. We have our action man and drama. It could be Vincent Woods or Sherman Matt. I think we're going to go with Vincent. Soldier number 1, Mr. Doolittle's Kevin Ball. Soldier number 2 will be Coleman Gross. Everett Schmidt. We are Jesse Leonard. You know what? We're putting the big boys. And Everett Schmidt. So we got a couple young guys, grizzled veteran. The war criminal will be Roscoe Ford. Ernest Lane. Let's sign you up for the rest of this run. We've passed the 300 million mark. That's pretty good. Right. From Jersey. Jesse, what'd you do here? Horror adventure in a European town. Clumsy oaf bandit. Small town. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see what other ideas you might have out there to work with. The historical Great War with a cowboy riding around in it. Go get him, Jesse. And we need to get to work on those last 2 scripts that I have, and then we'll get back to your alls after that. So this one's going to be Henry V. This was Laurence Olivier who directed it and starred in it. Takes place during the 100 Years' War, the Battle of Agincourt. Henry V of England. He got some romance because he's trying to win over Princess Catherine, I believe. We're going to have some action in it as well. That looks good. It will be in... It's not really mid... It's more Middle Ages, so we'll go with that one. We need to have a king. We don't have a king. Oh, yeah, we have a knight, though. We'll go with that. He'll be a knight. The antagonist will be a tyrant, the King of France. We'll have a damsel that he's trying to win over. We'll have a brothers in arms, his fellow knights. We're going to have a big battle scene going on here. Let's see. We could throw in a jousting tournament. It fits with that. I'm sure there was one at one point. Saving the beloved, even, yeah. No, winning the beloved. That's better. Winning the beloved. We could do a War is Hell, potentially. Just to give us one more big moment. We'll do that. He is fighting the 100 Years' War, after all. And the protagonist overcome self-doubt. I guess we could do that. He's going to become king. Boy becomes a man. Now we'll do overcome self-doubt because he's rising up. We'll let Maurice Fox get this one. And the last one that I have from 1944, starting it just in time, is the movie To Have and Have Not. This one, Howard Hawks directed it. Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall were in it. Hemingway actually wrote it, and it takes place French Resistance in World War II. They were smuggling. Our French Resistance fighters were being smuggled by this boat captain. Ends up needing to free another Resistance fighter. Like, he was reluctant at first. And let's see, we're gonna have. I'm sure there's a little bit of romance in it. A little bit of action in it. Mainly drama. It is in World War II Europe. It will be an accidental hero because he was reluctant to do it. And our supporting characters will be we'll say a mentor. It's going to be a female that was helping him. Ooh, that's the mysterious guide. That's right. Mysterious guide. And that's good there. Themes and events. Do we have any kind of sneaking across the ocean? Escape from captivity, that works. A journey would potentially work. A rescue mission works. War as hell still works. And in the end, the protagonist gets pulled back in. Or is that one of the... That's one of the ones we need for this. Because he doesn't want to do it. He ends up doing it, gets pulled back in to have to do it again. And the protagonist is going to... redemption for not helping to begin with. I don't know how that one's going to turn out. But Mysterious Lies is ready to go. That's going to be a nice one. All right. So Star Surf is ready, but we want to do Glitter in the Eyes first, but Sahara can go ahead and get to work with our new top-notch guys back into action. Let's take a look at who we can train up here. We could let Edwin Murray do it, but we are getting so many of them. Yeah, let's take 6 months, let him do that. And let's go look at our editors. They're just not getting a chance. Like Susie Holmes, she has amazing potential. We might as well let her get a shot to do it all. It'll be good to have Gary and Dick back. Let's let Lewis get one more star under his belt as well. Okay, the human comedy is done. It was messed up with distribution there. $8 million in profit. It's fine. It did fantastic as well. Christmas Time is here there. Dunwich Horror is up to $10 million. Lusitania is at $20 million. It's one screening, so we'll see if it bounces back. I don't expect it to. We are 83 days away. We need to get Glitter in the Eyes out there pretty quick. And here we are, end of the year. We paid $62 million. A huge World War II corporate tax rate there, 53%. We made a lot of profit. We can afford to pay that. Well done. Look at this. So no one else. Okay, we got a couple of losing money. Supreme just has 0. They didn't do anything, I guess. We've got Evergreen and Supreme. I'm surprised they're still in it. Marginice is barely. Gerstein's mounting a little bit of a comeback there with $35 million, but that's okay. We're making better films, including the script Laura, which everything in it is fresh. So let's go ahead and start that project. Johnny Welch, we're going to give it to our best. Oh, we got something we can shoot on a soundstage. So we will do that. Yeah, we'll pay you whatever you need. $400,000 for this one, Johnny. Whew. Make it great. We will put Dewey Sanders on this one, and it will be directed by Calvin Stevenson. Yes. Ernest Lane, you are the detective, with the damsel being, where is Jane? Is Jane available? Jane is not available. So we're going to give this one to Marlene Quinn. Our first victim is going to be Mae Welch. She got beat out. She was going to get the damsel in distress. The murderer will be Marvin Conti or Hubert Rakowski or a young Ray Patterson, Joe Klein maybe again. Let's put Joe Klein in there. Let him have another film to work with. And Glitter in the Eyes is almost there. But we can have up to 500 extras now. Whoa. Over 500. That'd be fun. Scouts working faster. That would help us get our films going. Yeah, we're going to do that. Glitter in the Eyes. Let's get this thing going. Got to get it out there in less than 2 months. Shouldn't be a problem. And then we're going to hope that it fits the billing of drama. We can put that right there. Will that be good? Oh, let's actually move it here. No one said this had to be a great movie. It just has to hit. Wait, is that? Yeah, that should be fine. I think that'll get out just in time. No tricks needed. It is how many days away? 75 days away with 2 days left to spare. Woo! Just in time. Just in time. Where's her top 10 of the year? Oh, we forgot to scroll through it. That's embarrassing. We didn't scroll through the top 10 of the year. That's my fault. I'm sorry for that. But I guarantee you we had the top of a lot of them. No, that we would have. Was it just not there? I feel like it shows up in a separate one. It's like continue, continue, continue. Maybe it didn't show up this time. Or am I just going crazy? Meet Me in St. Louis has a few staler elements, so we're going to hold off on that one. And let's get Star Surf, A Portrait of Courage, which does drop a little bit. But people are going to come and see this one. Look at that. That's it. And let's get this going with, you know what? Let's hold off on it. We're going to hold off on that one. I want that to be our Memorial Day opener. Our wacky universal truth there. Throw that party. Yep. Sequels are almost ready. They're less than a year away. A Town with No Name. 6 million. It's doing well. We're going to pull this back, though. I don't think it has the momentum to... Actually, we can do 15. That'll be nice. Still leaves room for others. And those others have been running longer, so they won't need as many films anyway. Such as Dunwich Horror, 10 million in profit. But that is the end of Miss Carpenter's run there for that one. We're going to put her back into training when she's done with her current one. Lusitania, 20 million in profit. 23 million at the box office. Where is... Yeah, they did not show us our top 10. Huh. How are we doing on the factory? Okay, so we've already done this. Now we're seeing if we can get 13 films in a row, but we've got to do the demands. And we're going to hope in 60 days, or well, 57 days, that we meet that one demand. The Rusty Horn. Absolute junk of a script, Christopher. Is this the crazy one we gave you to do, though? Can't really say much. A historical detective space one. with a stagecoach robbery in space. Well done. Let's get us a supporting character. If we can. All right, time to get our candidates out there for the Pollux Awards. Who do we send out there? We know Casablanca's got to go. We are also, as a nod to all of you that supported it, Dunwich Horror gets out there. And then the question is, Lusitania or Heat are the ones that I'm thinking. What did they get reviews? 3 4-star reviews. 3 4-star reviews plus a 3. I mean, the human comedy, nope, not going to be one that gets it. Air of Action, 3 4 stars and a couple 2s. They died with their boots on, nope. The Oxbow Incident, oh, that one. That's right. The Bone Grinder loved it. Let's put the Oxbow Incident as the third one. Cinematography will be Dunwich Horror. Air of Action will do that one. I'm sure was amazing. And Casablanca is going to be up there for all of them. Best Actor. We're going to have Casablanca, Ernest Lane. Get that one going. I think in Lusitania, we will get Cornelius Porter doing that one. And who was our guy in Heat? Bobby Martin. He's not with us anymore. We don't care. Ernest Lane, we could put up there again. Mrs. Miniver, Roger Jenkins. Or They Die with Their Boots On, Hubert Rutkowski. Let's get Hubert a shot. Best Actress. Wendy Carpenter, Dunwich Horror. There we go. You know what? Let's do some additional promotion for her. At the Speed of Light, Jane Fisher. Yes, we want her to get one too. So we could put Glass Ceiling in there for her as well. Marlene Quinn might be a deserving one put up there. Rita Gill. What about Glass Ceiling? I think Glass Ceiling. It was well received by critics as well. We'll put her up there twice. But we'll promote all of them. Best Director. Casablanca. Heat. And where is Lusitania? The screenplay's got to be Dunwich Horror, right? That thing was amazing. And I think Heat was great. And we got to go with Casablanca. That's going to be a good one for us. We're going to win some awards, no doubt about it. All right, Wilson. Time to get you working on something. This one's going to be a space movie that's a horror action. It's kind of like an homage to Alien. So we're going to go the great... No, wait. Black Space. Black Hole. Black Hole. We'll call it that. It is going to be horror, action. This was one requested by you all. Drama and a bit of adventure. There we go. Set in space. We are going to have a last survivor, a female. The antagonist is going to be ancient evil because we have less of those out there. We've got a mysterious guide as a female. Brother in arms. We're going to have an ancient puzzle that needs to be solved with a long journey because they're in space, so that makes sense. I forgot the protagonist, close one, dies, pulled back in, and it finishes with the antagonist defeated and the evil persists. Bernard or Wilson. Bernard is known for his drama, so we're going to do that for him. All right, Wilson, we're going to get him to see if he can't find us a supporting character as well before we get him working on another one. All right. Are we able to put this on Memorial Day yet? We can. The man is going to be honored in 40,000 screens nationwide on Memorial Day, as he should be. Oh, not 3,000. Nope. Move it. There we go. Young men, of course. That's going to be good. They're going to want to go. That people are going to love him. They're going to want to honor him. Ernest Lane won't do anything to do it, though. Neither will Cornelius. Bessie will. Just give aid to the homeless. Help the people out. I'm excited for that one. All right, we're coming up on the Pollux Awards. We can move Mr. Perez down there one year because we're in 1945 already. We don't have many left. Same with Carol Quinn. Let's do 4 years. Saves us a little bit with the huge tax bill we're going to have to write. All right, let's see the nominees. We have all 3 making it for Best Film. Hey, tell you what, this time too, we're going to wrap this episode up after we go through the nominees. Put who you think might win these in the comments. Let's see how well we do and see what we have as far as how well you can pick the potential winners. So we have The Oxbow Incident, Dunwich Horror, Casablanca, Best Film. Cinematography is going to be Burgess for Air of Action. Jack Stein for Dunwich Horror, looking for his second one. Clyde Mason's looking for his third. Burgess his first. So Casablanca potentially. Best Actor, we got Ernest Lane, Casablanca, Porter for Lusitania, but Nelson Chambers, The Grave of the White Magician, in a dystopian futuristic city with a cop and an evil monster. No magician, interestingly. Best Actress, Jane is up there, and so is Wendy. Jane's going to maybe get one, or is she going to be just have the rug pulled out from under her by the one that nobody wants to work with, none of the stars do. Wendy Carpenter, does she pull it off? That would be amazing. Best Director, it's going to either be Sherman Matthews getting his first, Reese getting his third, or Stevenson his third for Heat, Lusitania, and Casablanca. Felix Hill, Felix is looking for his third for either Heat or Dunwich Horror, while Larson's looking for his, yes, that's right, 7th for Casablanca. Wow, what a lineup. So be sure, put down in, if you feel free to, put down into the comments who you think might win those. And with that being said, we're going to wrap this episode up here, and we will pick up next time, go through those Pollux and the end of World War II. And hopefully we'll get our guys back and get to welcome them back into things and see how they reacclimate and use them and continue to grow and hopefully get some new elements along the way. So thank you once again, everybody, for joining along. It's a real blast. I do appreciate the support. Come back next episode. And until then, take care and have yourselves an awesome day.